What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Jetta the Grinder here, aka Jetta Billy, aka Grind Alpha. Now, if this is your first time here, definitely won't be your last. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. It only take 1 second, just 1 second, to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of people that subscribe, view my channel, but it's so
That lane, I didn't have time for.
At what age did that goal become crystal clear?
I made that deal with myself at 13 years old.
At 13 years old.
13 years old. That's the
You were
deal I
crystal
made.
clear about it.
Crystal clear.
And where did inspiration come from?
The love of watch Michael play, and I would see them do these unbelievable things, and I'd say, can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's find out.
I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10 or 11 years old, and here I come playing and I don't score 1 point the entire summer. I remember crying about it and being upset about it, and my father just gave me a hug and said, listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, I'm gonna love you no matter what.
wow.
Now that is the most important. Okay, that gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. But to hell with that, I'm scoring 60. From there, I just went to work. I stayed with it. I kept practicing. I think that's when the idea of understanding a long-term view became important, because I wasn't going to catch these kids in a week. I wasn't going to catch them in a year, right? So that's when I sat down and said, okay, this is going to take some thought, all right? What do I want to work on first? All right. Let's focus on this. Half a year, 6 months, do nothing but shoot. When I came back the next summer, I was a little bit better. I scored.
Yeah,
it wasn't much,
right.
but I scored. 12, 13. And then 14 came around, back half of 13, 14 years old, and then I was just killing everyone. What I had to do was work on the basics and the fundamentals, while they relied on their athleticism and their natural ability. And because I stick to the fundamentals, it just, I grew into my frame, and then it was game over.
Wow.
Now, were you always competitive from the day you were born? You were super competitive?
Competitive with things that I participate in. So I'll put it to you this way. So basketball for me was the most important thing found, because I was like 6'4", scrawny, like 160 pounds soaking wet. So I was like 57 on the list. And so I will look at 56, 55, all the way up to number 1, who these players are. I got person, all those 56 other names, hunt them down and knock them down. Weaknesses are, how do you approach the game? Are you silly about it? Are you goofy about it? Are you good at it just because you're bigger and stronger than everybody else? Right? Or is there actually thought and skill that you put into it? Right? And when I'd play to my weaknesses. I always work on the things during those games that I was weak at. Left hand, pull up jump shot, post game. Right? So I have a strategy. Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how?
Since 20 years. It was an everyday process and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. Man, my vertical was a 40, it wasn't a 46 or a 40, 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive. Right? So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to. I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast. Right? So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game.
Losing feel like to you?
It's exciting, because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed that you need to shore up. But the hardest thing is to face that stuff.
You kind of got to get over yourself, right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. I didn't have the legs. So I look at it with rationale and say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, well, next year they'll be there. right? I got to get stronger.
You have to do the hard stuff and watch. Not make those mistakes over and over again. You got to deal with
Face it.
Got to deal with it. Face it, learn from it. It sucks to lose.
Right.
You don't want to have that feeling again, do you? Right? So you got to really study it, face it. And not to say you'll win the next time you face it, but at least you'll give yourself a better chance.
Yeah.
It's an obsessiveness that comes along with it. You want things to be as perfect as they can be. Understand? Perfect as they can be. And what can you do? It's in your control. So control what you can.
I don't know if that's what you call the Mamba mindset, but how did you develop that? And
Well,
when did it start?
It started in we're inner city kids. And so they're looking at me as if, okay, this kid's soft. They felt like they could try to be physical or try to intimidate me and do all this other stuff, which they couldn't, right? You're trying to attack me, how am I going to attack you? How can I mentally figure out ways to break you down? How can I show you that, no, I have the edge? Be at the cafeteria, work, eating and doing all this other stuff, I just go back to the gym. And so that was my way of showing them, you're not going to outwork me.
Wow.
I see a lot of players take vacations with other players that are close friends. And we'll just take vacations just to take vacations, or just hang out just to hang out. Like I never did that. But it was a choice.
Not?
I didn't want to have to say, I wish I would have done more. I don't want that. I played games with the flu. I played games with 102-degree fever, man. And we had a game against Toronto, and my back was jacked. So I would be in the layup line like, okay, there's a lot of days where you can rest and recover. Today ain't one of them. Your back can bother you any other day. That ain't bothering me today. He gonna have to see me today.
Take your shot, and then all of a sudden, boom, Achilles happens. Friend of mine, Nima, he says, I have no clue how the hell this guy did it. He went and hit the free throws, and then you walked off the stage. How the hell do you tolerate that kind of pain?
I use this. I tell this example, and I think this is the best way to explain it. You have a hamstring injury. I'm willing to bet that you're going to forget about your hamstring. You're going to sprint upstairs. You're going to grab your kids. You're going to make sure your wife's good. You're getting out of that house, right? And the reason is because the lives of your family are more important than the injury of your hand. Than the injury itself. You don't feel that injury. Not at that time.
So you go to the line. Anyone is going to get through this, it's probably you, right? You put your head down and you say, oh man, right? And you have tears in your eyes.
Yeah.
What were you thinking in that moment with all that pressure?
I was thinking like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. There's so many factors. There's the surgery that has to take place. The surgery has to go well. And long one. Do I want to do that? I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know.
You don't know if you want to do it, or you don't know if you are going to be able to come back from it.
Both.
Oh,
like
both
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I want to do it.
Got it.
When I went in the trainer's room, my kids are in there. And as a parent, you gotta set the example. You gotta set the example. This is another obstacle. This obstacle cannot define me. It's not gonna cripple me. It's not gonna be responsible for me stepping away on my own terms. And that's when the decision was made that, you know what, I'm doing it. Yeah, you gotta lead by example. As parents, you gotta lead by example. If you want your kids to do whatever it is they want to accomplish in life, you have to show them.
If you do the work, you work hard enough, dreams come. What you get from tonight is the understanding that those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, Those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And if you guys can understand that, then what you'll see happen is that you won't accomplish your dreams. Your dreams won't come true.
Greatness is to inspire the people next to you. Yeah, I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. Yeah. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
What an amazing, I'm talking about amazing video I just watched right here. So it's informational, so it's motivation. By Kobe Bryant. Of course, you guys know that sadly he passed away this year? No, last year. Sadly he passed away. And his daughter passed away as well, so you know that's unfortunate. But either way, I want to speak on that. You guys can do your own research on how he passed away and whatnot. Anyway, an amazing video. Usually I don't say that a lot with reaction videos I do. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other reactions I did, they were all great video, but this one really touched me in a way. So yeah, again, great video by Alpha Leaders. Shout out to them. The full link to the video is in the description box below if you guys can check it out for yourself. Yeah, this will do it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Next week I will be doing another reaction video, so have the notification bell. You will know about it first, and give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to Grind Alpha. And without further ado, it's been your boy, Dr. The Grinder, aka Grind Alpha, aka Joshua Bailey. And I'll keep grinding, keep pushing, keep moving forward. Why? Because the grind can't stop, won't stop. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.